Have you ever struggled to get the perfect bald fade? You're not alone, baby.
What's up as a nigga in flight mode? Hey, we can take
Yeah, what's up, YouTube? You know we back with another one. And today I'm going to be doing a bald fade with a one on top on my client. So we're just going to start off with that prep work, making sure he's draped. And then we're going to get to combing his hair out, because as you can see, it's a mess. But we're going to get him right. So we want to comb his hair out and make sure it's laying in the direction of his natural wave pattern. Step 2, we're gonna devote this situation. So I'm actually coming with my clipper just a fraction from being closed, and that's because I want the fade to just flow, and I don't want to set a hard line in with my trimmers. So debulking right where I'm gonna start fading. So now that I have my hair debulked for the most part, don't worry about that bottom part. I'm actually going to scoop that off with the trimmers, and you're going to see that fade's going to come together. But now I'm going to establish the length on top, and like I told you, it's going to be a 1. In this video particularly, we're going to be using our 1 guard, our half guard, or our blur blade. So I just put the half guard in there for you guys if you don't have that blade. You know that you can interchange it. Step 3, I have my 1 guard on, cutting against the grain a 1/2 inch above that line I set in. And remember, 1 against the grain actually cuts shorter. So a 1 against the grain will actually flow into a 1 with the grain. And right there you see me coming back down with the grain to lay it down and smoothing it out. Here I'm using my blur blade lever all the way open, and I'm attacking that line until I see it disappear. I'm gonna notch the clipper down until it's completely closed, until I fade that line out. Here you can also use your half guard. You can start with it open and then notch it closed, and you will see that that line will fade just the same. Right here, I'm just being a barber, using the corner of my blade, trying to get little spots I see. But at this point, the blend is there, and we're ready to take that bottom piece out. So I'm coming in with my Babyliss Effects, and I'm scooping up, and I'm just getting rid of that hair that we left at the bottom. And you see that it's not set in a hard line. This fade is smooth like butter, and we in business, baby. Anybody want a bald fade, let me know. My guy right here definitely loves his bald fade, so we gave it to him. On this side, we're going to be doing the same thing, coming with that one against the grain, smoothing it out, and we're just softening that line up. Now we coming in with the blur blade, and you know what we doing. We notching it down until the line is gone and the fade is fading, baby. I really love this blade because it just makes my fading process so much quicker. So I do recommend it if you don't have it. Somebody was telling me about the Fat Masters blade a long time ago, and I wish I would have listened. It's like the same thing. You know, if you need beats, let me know. I got a link below where you can go get you some beats, and you can go to the barbershop and have a freestyle battle. Okay, so now I'm going back over this area where his occipital bone is. It was a little too dark for my liking, and I know that typically when you fade in the back, you want to place it above the bone structure or drop it underneath below. And so you want to give the illusion that all around his fade is right there at the same level. So sometimes you may have to lower it a little bit than what you think. So I'm just going back and cleaning this up and making sure that this transition looks smooth all the way around. There I go picking again. I can't help it, y'all. I want to detail as I go so bad. But I do see a few dark spots that I want to kind of get before I move on to the next step. So. And just how we did on the right side, we're gonna scoop out with them trimmers and take their hair off, and look, we got us another one. So you want to make sure your hairs in the front and on the sides are laid down before you start lining up. It makes your job so much easier, and it makes the cut even more crispier. So that's what we're doing right here. Now my client normally gets a line on the side of his head, so that's what we setting in right here. It's just a straight line back. So now we ready for the lineup. We got the shaving cream on his head. We're gonna hit him with that hot towel. We're gonna make sure the front of his hairline is cleansed before we apply our holding spray. And once we start lining, you're gonna see how crispy that thing is gonna come out. So here I'm going ahead and I'm laying his hair down with the mousse and the do-rag. And we just gonna take this cut to another level. Stay tuned. So this is actually a portable hair dryer made by Andy's that I got from the tea store. I ain't gonna say them folks' name on my channel, but you know, the little red store. But yeah, I love it because it applies the heat to the whole head at the same time. I don't have to stand there with my blow dryer and go back and forth. Would recommend. Don't play with him. He about to come out the do-rag. Them waves is gonna be laid, baby. Yes, sir. So now we're applying our line-up spray and let's get it. As always, you want to make sure your vertical bars are set before you start lining up the top. It gives you a guideline to walk to. So I'm going in and I'm barely tapping at that line with these hitters. Step 5, we're ready to apply our enhancements and detail this thing on out. I'm still not using my airbrush. I can't get over this, brush method. So I'm applying the dye directly to the head, which I find and I've been told lasts a lot longer than the spray. So this is what we're doing right now. I'm just barely tapping his hairline, and as you can see, it's giving that accent, it's giving that pop, and it's enhancing his hairline. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I feel like Picasso right now. Now I am gonna come back and just fairly sprayed the Kiss Temptation black. I find that it kind of takes away that shine that makes it so obvious. So I don't want to overdo it, just fairly. And I know I be putting y'all on. I be seeing, I know, you know, I just know, I know. So right here, my client has a bit of a cowlick, and that hair likes to shrivel up and do its own thing. So I'm just trying to flatten it out, smoothen it out, and get it, you know, consistent with the rest of the hair. We could be done with the cut at this point, but we gotta smoothen it out. We gotta get it right. Here, I'm applying the razor to his line. You always want to make sure that you're stretching that skin out and allowing the razor to glide. You don't want to do too much. Same thing for his lineup. Allow the razor to work. You don't have to do too much. Just stretch the skin and allow it to do its thing. Because if you take off this hair with the razor, he will be wearing a bald cap for a few months. So check him out. This is him before the cut. So sad, so somber. But that's okay, because we got him right.
Chopper that, baby.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you thought about the process. And if you have any tips, leave them below. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.